Good, just barely afternoon. Just went past noon. It's, I think it went past noon. Yep, just barely. It's November the, oh, it's December. I know that. December the 13th. It's a Tuesday. I have reason to go downtown, so that's where we're headed. It's about minus 12, 11, not so bad. Supposed to be a lot of snow coming tomorrow. We'll see. I'm going to take my hood down on the theory that it's warm enough, and if it's cold, I'll put it back up again. It's cloudy. Bit of frost on the trees you can see up there to give it that extra wintry look. I did find my proper mic. Apparently yesterday's walk had all sorts of mic problems, and I think that means my wired mic is completely shot. Well, I'm doing some editing tasks today. Trying to clear the decks for writing. I gotta get to writing. And publishing stuff. Announced a new acquisition by Shadowpop Press Reprise, my imprint that publishes new editions of notable previously published work. It's a series of books, 3-book series called Canadian Chills by Arthur Slade, spooky middle grade stories. Not the same characters in each book, but 3 scary stories. Return of the Grudstone Ghosts, Ghost Hotel, and Invasion of the IQ Snatchers are the 3 books. They'll be coming out sometime in 2023. Might be almost a year, but I'll get them out. That's kind of what I was working on this morning. Must have done other stuff, editing. I did that. Hi, Kirk in Vancouver. Oh, one good thing that happened is that another book I just put out through Shadowpaw Press Reprise, The Crow Who Tempered with Time, is finally properly available on Amazon. Cleared through their copyright rights process. They were a little concerned because there was a previous edition and I had to prove that I had the right to. The house continues to come along, although nobody's working on it today. I had to prove that I had the rights to republish it, which I do. Anyway, got settled. So now if you order it on Amazon, you'll get it before Christmas. Still. It's a collection of essays on matters spiritual and philosophical and related to nature and all that good stuff. I really quite enjoyed them, and I'll be publishing his second collection of essays, Backwater Mystic Blues, also in 2023. He has a third collection, Bindy's Moon, which is just out now from Thistledown Press, who also published these other 2 originally. So, yeah. And I'm already regretting putting down my hood, so I think I'll put it back up again. See if I can button it up without too much trouble. It's not that it's cold by, Saskatchewan standards, but it is cold, and it's a bit windy, especially as I come to this corner, so the hood actually seems like a good idea. Again, this is usually about a 20-minute walk, and they'll be roughly the same coming back. Actually, it didn't stay snapped. I must have snapped it to the wrong thing. Is that what I did? That's exactly what I did. I snapped my hood to the wrong snap. I thought that felt weird. There's about 4 snaps. 2 of them are on the hood, 2 of them are on the coat. And I occasionally hit the wrong one when I'm trying to do it with my hand here, which I'm trying to do as quickly as possible so I don't freeze my fingers off. We'll go this way just because I missed the light anyway. Exciting little detour. Yeah, the wind is fairly sharp. Wind chill is more like minus 18 or 20, so even though it's only minus 11 or so, it's cold enough with the wind in your face. And as usual, I will let the lights determine when I cross Albert Street here. Again, that's a Royal Saskatchewan Museum building now, but it was the original Saskatchewan Government Telephones building. Leopold's Tavern up here, which I don't go into very often. It's just too small and noisy for my purposes. So I'm usually looking for someplace I can write. Specs here is a high-end glasses store. I have frames from there on my best pair of reading glasses. Oh, did I forget my reading glasses? That would be miserable if I did. I have a bad feeling that I did. It's not that I can't get by without them, but it won't be much fun. Oh well, I can blow up the size of the screen, I guess, if I have to. I don't even have my fold-up ones in my pocket that I usually have. It's tempting to go back for them, but not really. If I went back now, I wouldn't keep going downtown. They'd just call it quits. So I will struggle through if I did forget them. I'm not 100% sure I did. I just have this nagging feeling I may have. Very gray. The streets aren't particularly attractive because they're kind of half melted, so they're all kind of slicey and brown. If you get the amount of snow they're talking about tomorrow, I'll probably be walking in a snowstorm if I walk tomorrow. City Hall over there in the distance. We'll be walking right by it at some point. Still wondering what's happening here. They painted this. They've done some other work too, so I think it must be going to be reopening. It still says bodega on it. It has some new stuff there, some new barriers and things, so I hope it reopens and I hope it's good. It's very handy to our house, and often if I'm, like my wife's away and I'm just going out to eat, that's often been my first choice because it's easy to get to, easy walking distance. But it's been closed for quite a while now. Looks like we will cross here, I guess. Don't very often hit this light just right for crossing. So that being the case, we'll just carry on down 14th here. Get away from Albert Street. Oof. even lies the snow on the sidewalks of Regina. At one point, this was a vegetarian restaurant. Not anymore. I think the first vegetarian restaurant I ever ate in. I don't seek it out, vegetarian restaurants, but I don't mind vegetarian if it's good. Anyway, this is now a beauty salon kind of place, I think. Yeah, I'd say so. Actually, I'm going to go this way. I'm going to zigzag my way up to Victoria Avenue in the hotel. Open Skies Therapy. I never thought of Open Skies books. I need a new name for this hybrid publishing company. Maybe I'll go down the alley. I don't do that very often. But I want to start, where people actually pay me for my publishing skills. Separate from Shadowpaw Press, where I publish things because I think they deserve to be published. And I hope to make money just from the sales of those things. Hybrid publishing, people pay you for your publishing services. There's still a royalty basis, and it's still selective, but not in the same way. I was going to walk through there, but there's no sidewalk, so I guess not. This, yeah, I'm back on the, Roger, I'm back on my good mic. I found it. So I got rid of the wireless one, the wired one that I've used for a long time. I think the wire must have broken inside the insulation. Listening to the sounds I was getting, all that crackling and popping. So that's the old Y directly ahead of us, where I used to go to work out, but not for some time now. And it's not a Y anymore, so I'll never go there again. It's being turned into some sort of health clinic. There's a big sign on it to that effect. Down at one end, anyway. Maybe not on this side, but down at the other end to my left, there was a sign. Oh yeah, there it is. Health Center coming soon. The Nest, it says. I don't know quite what to make of this place. Henry II. Henry Ripplinger's place is down the street. And this is like a place for special events, but I don't know if it's been used anytime recently. I've certainly never seen anything in there. One more block will take us up to, sorry, I seem to be pointing at the ground, will take us up to Victoria here. And then just a couple of blocks to the hotel, and that will be part one of the walk. Gold building there is SGI, Saskatchewan Government Insurance. Again, there's City Hall. Courthouse to my left. There, see? The Nest Health Center. nesthealth.ca, coming soon. Should look it up, see what it's all about. Dr. McMillan, who's been my doctor since I moved here in 1988, is finally retiring. which means I'm embarking on the search for a new doctor, and they're not easy to come by. So I don't want to be stuck in the position of just going to health clinics when I have some problem. So I still have time, but not a lot of it, to find somebody before he's officially retired. Do you have a lead or two? If you're from Regina and you know your doctor is taking new patients, drop me a line. I was hoping Dr. McMillan would find somebody to take over his practice, but apparently that didn't happen. So there's a whole bunch of his patients that are kind of in that boat. Although I know he hasn't been taking new patients for a while. I suspect he's thinned out his clientele. Not that sounds bad for a doctor. I mean, over time, his clientele has thinned out. It was a passive process, not anything he did actively. Knox Metropolitan United Church. They're having Carol Festival this year. I wonder. I don't know. Of course, we had a concert on Sunday. Wascana Voices, my choir that I sing with, and I couldn't put a link because of the settings they have on it, but if you look up Wascana Voices channel on YouTube, you can watch the entire concert. It's called Legacies of Light. Oh, here's my favorite entrance on the belfry there. Followed by First Baptist Church. This is an easy street to cross because it's one way. There's nobody coming. You don't have to worry about the lights. Matching orange going in opposite directions. Hayward Tower up there where my optometrist used to be, but now they're on the ground floor. Not far away, just around the corner from there. I miss being able to look out from the 17th floor windows and glory in my new improved vision as I looked out over the countryside. Victoria Park, of course, with the Cenotaph at its center. This is the Land Titles Building, home to the Saskatchewan Sports Hall of Fame. And that's the hotel on the next block, and that will be my hotel, my destination. The Star is My Destination, the famous science fiction novel. Alfred Best, I think that was. That title, it's always stuck with me. The Star is My Destination. I don't know if it's a literary reference or even before that it might be. Okay, well, we'll stop up here once we get to the entrance. And that'll be it for part one. Just under 20 minutes as usual. Right here, we will stop. And thanks for walking with me. I'll be back later. Bye for now. Hello again. It's still December the 13th. I just picked up some pills here at the Cornwall Center. Looking that way, you can see the Cornwall Center. And now I'm headed home. So we'll go through the crosswalk here that I usually take from this position. This takes us over 11th Avenue, and we'll go down the stairs at the other end. But it's a good place to get a look at the 11th, if you want to see. It's actually snowing a little bit again. It's supposed to snow a lot tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. That's the old post office, then was City Hall for a while. Now it's Globe Theatre, and they're in the middle of major renovations over there. Look. Northern Bank is an old building here from 1906, I think it says on it. Yeah, 1906 it says. And this will take us out onto Scarth Street. Coming from this direction, we'll probably walk through Victoria Park. Head on home. Scarth Street Mall, pedestrian mall. You can see a little bit of that snow coming down. It's supposed to get about 10 centimeters tomorrow, potentially 5 to 10 centimeters. Some older buildings. Then you have the towers as well. Down here, the tunnel above the ground there for people who don't want to go outside, going from one tower to the other. Pub here, the Fat Badger. I've never been in there once or twice. Didn't blow me away. Christmas decoration there in the middle. It's a bit slippery. I think there's a little freezing rain mixed in with this snow. There's a Joe Fafard cow in there, so like the ones in Toronto. And we go kitty corner through Victoria Park here. That's the cenotaph. If I walk tomorrow, which I probably will, it might be in a snowstorm. We'll see how the weather forecast plays out. It's a special weather statement, which is not quite the same as a snowfall warning, but it could turn into a snowfall warning, or it might miss us, so who knows. Yesterday they were showing 10 centimeters tomorrow and 5 centimeters on Thursday, and today it was more like 5 to 10 centimeters tomorrow and less on Thursday, so maybe it'll peter out to nothing like the last time we got threatened with snow, which was the night of our Regina Lyric Musical Theatre Sapphire Gala. There was a snowfall warning and we didn't get a flake. There were people that didn't come to the gala because of the threat of snow. This is a cenotaph built to honor First World War dead, and then other wars, of course, unfortunately, since then. Something called the Frost Festival coming up. I think that's what some of that over there is about. Kind of a winter festival. I remember it last year. So if it happens again, I might get to walk through some skating crowds or something along the way. So now there's the hotel where I ate, and so I'm sort of retracing my steps. Title's building over there, First Baptist, all things I walked by on the way here. And this is Victoria Park. Library over there. Masons. Knox Metropolitan United Church. The Balfour straight ahead. How do the lights look? Looks like I'm crossing this way. Oh, maybe not. Looks like I can cross right here, right now. Okay, we'll go this way. Back to First Baptist there. Go over here and walk down this way, I think, in front of the Frontenac. Down this side of the Balfour. This is my other favorite apartment building. I just like the style of it, that kind of Spanish look. It's not very Spanish in any other way today with the snow and the ice, but the building looks Spanish. The Frontenac. It's classy. I don't think I've ever been in one of the apartments in there. I sure like the exterior. This is Lawrence Street we're walking down. If you're following along at home, which you probably aren't. Salvation Army over there. That used to be the Saskatchewan Writers Guild office when I first moved up here 30 years ago. 34 years ago. Be 35 years ago in 2023. Hard to believe. We'll just carry on down more, and I think APEGs, the Association of Professional Engineers and Geoscientists of Saskatchewan, were in that building back when I wrote their history book. Not anymore. They're in a bigger building out in Harper Landing, where I should go soon. I've been out there for a while, and I've never really walked out there in the snow. Somehow I missed it all last winter. Oh, this is all closed off. They're planning to demolish it. We're just renovating it, but it kind of has the look of someplace they're planning to demolish with that fence around. Building over there. I'll make some more coffee when I get home, something warm. I was drinking ice water. Not the greatest thing to drink before going outside if you want to stay warm. Ghee? I do. You don't see it because it's off camera. I do look both ways before crossing the street. Although, of course, most of these are one-way streets, so it's a bit redundant, but it doesn't hurt to double check. Ooh, it's a terrible sidewalk here. Nevertheless, I will go this way to take us by Henry's here. Nobody bothers to clear this sidewalk, that's clear. Whoever owns the parking lot's probably responsible for it. Doesn't care. This is Ripplingers here. Good place to cross because there's a stop sign on that side. And the older buildings. Various office. Shouldn't that be various offices? It's for lease anyway, if you're looking for offices. Again, nobody's bothered to clear the sidewalk. The old apartment building. And a much newer condo building over there. Been in that one. Oof. Honestly, I thought we had a bylaw. There's no excuse for that place not doing its sidewalks. Saskatchewan Network for Art Collecting. I think I'll take my hood off. I'm getting warm. Jaywalking there just to add excitement. This will take us past one of the nicest galleries in town, the Assiniboia Gallery. I haven't been in there for a while. I used to go in all the time. We tended not to, because of their openings not happening the way they used to during the pandemic. We've kind of fallen out of the habit. We really should pay able to visit and see what's up. Ordinary Miracles, it says. Nick Alt. Fireside Bistro over there. Old house that's now a pretty nice restaurant. It's Albert Street up ahead where the light is. It's just changing, and it's a long enough light. It might work out pretty good if I keep going that way. So let's see what happens. Hopefully I don't hit it at the worst possible moment. Chiropractor there. It's a very long light from this direction, so hopefully that's just the right amount of time for me to finish this block, and it'll change just when I want it to. Not yet. Give me a few more minutes here. Oh, it's going to work out pretty good. It's counting down now. It's changing to yellow. Perfect. I mean, I don't have the crosswalk, but that's just because it wasn't there in time to push it. Oof. I'll go this way. I do like it when I don't have to wait for the light to change. Always a treat. One more block and then around the crescent. Halfway around the crescent and I'm home. I'll go down the alley here. There's the second government telephones building. First that little one, and then this one, and then the one downtown attached to the Cornwall Center where my wife works. This tent over here is the deck for Leopold's, a pub I rarely visit. Just too small for my tastes. I won't say I never visit, but rarely. It just isn't top of mind. It's the back of what's now the Royal Saskatchewan Museum building, former Saskatchewan Government Telephones building. It's unusual to see somebody coming around from that direction. I don't usually take this path either. There I am in the window. Looks sharp. Angus Street, which connects to Angus Crescent, which takes me home. Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. This is a Unitarian church, used to be Christian Scientist when it was built. About the same time as our house in the 20s. So it's almost 100 years old, if it isn't. I don't remember if it has a date on it or not. (1928), so it was built 2 years after our house, and it's still some 5 years away from being 100 years old. Ours was built in 26, so we're only coming up on 3 years. We can celebrate the centennial of the house, should we choose to do so. We probably will, because it seems like a good excuse for a party. Hope to still be living there to celebrate my centennial. That would be nice. Another 37 years. Probably unlikely, but you never know. Having school over there. Last year it was December 14th when I did my walk around the neighborhood. That, of course, is tomorrow. So if I wanted to make it 1 year later, I would do it tomorrow night. Possibility. I think everybody's lights are up. And of course, if it's snowing heavily, that wouldn't be any fun. Or if I wait till after the snow, a couple of days, and everything will be refreshed with fresh snow. It might be prettier. Alrighty, here's where we will stop. So, thank you for walking with me, either live or watching the recording. And yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow, if it snows and if I get out in it, if it does. But I'll be back at some point. Bye for now.